gift drawing screams and sobs of joy. And all this hysteria over a cup. I got a Stanley! To the hype, viral videos of the cup's apparent indestructibility. Stanley even buying the owner a new car.
She comes home, she's upset. She asks if she can have a real Stanley.
Well, it looks like a scene from Black Friday shopping about a decade ago. Target shoppers fighting to get their hands.
Sarai Dives cups runneth over after other.
Whoa! 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 Get out of.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Louis Quinn Angelo and nice to meet every single one of you. If you don't know me who I am, I post videos where I talk about true crime cases, paranormal activities, self-improvement contents, and book recommendations videos. So if you're down for any of that, please do consider subscribing to my channel, or if not, completely fine. Okay, sit back, relax, because we're about to talk about this weird fixation on certain product among people in 21st century. And mind you, this is a 3-part series of bizarre obsessions among people in 21st century, the very first part being about a Stanley Cup crave. So with that being said, let's get started. Water. Water is vital. Water is essential. Water is life. Water is God. Without water, we can't survive. What a poetic line.
Nice.
Like I said earlier, water is one of those vital resources that we can live without, so this magnitude deserves to be carried in this thin, slender, beautiful, aesthetic vessel with a handle. So, what is it again? Yeah, it is a Stanley Cup. No, not hockey trophy. I mean, this water cup, okay? So, we're talk about this Stanley Cup. So, in case you don't know what a Stanley Cup is, it is basically this oversized and huge Stanley Cup. Not only that, it is reusable, okay? And it costs $45 part one. And it becomes a popular Christmas gift, okay?
What? What is it? My Stanley! No, it's not. What?
I was born on Christmas Day, yet I have never been excited about receiving a cup as a birthday gift / Christmas gift on my birthday since the day I was born. But social media is a power. Power is money. Money is Stanley.
Big boobs? What? Child. Anyway, so
Right now, let's talk a little bit about history. In 1913, there is a man by the name of William Stanley Jr. So he's basically a professional electrician / engineer. So as a result of his work with transformers, he discovered this process that could be used to create a vacuum insulated bottle out of steel instead of glass. Because, you know, mind you, this is early 19. At that time, other competitive brands might not have been figuring out about this process.
Emotional, damn it!
So William Stanley Jr. is kind of like a pioneer of this discovery. Anyway, long story short, this William guy founded a Stanley Cup company. So this is the very first production of Stanley Cup, and it was very popular, especially among construction workers, like, you know, blue collar workers and outdoor enthusiasts like farmers, because of its temperature control and its mighty strength. One TikToker proved that it was very durable by, you know, portraying his father's 20 years old Stanley Cup.
TikToker's father's 20-year-old cup. beat up, but still functional.
I would say it is a pretty impressive art of work because this was invented in early 19, and it was very durable. So it was very impressive, I could say. And everything has changed in 2016 because that's one. Stanley Company stopped prioritizing over Quencher's cups. So because Quencher cups were not as popular as these days at that time because nobody was liking it. But there were three women by the name of Ashley, Taylor, and Lynn Lee who were founders of this e-commerce blog by the name of The Buy Guide. So The Buy Guide is basically this website or blog that highlights products, to capture consumers' attention. So buyers got featured on their websites once they bought anything on their website. So it was kind of like, marketing recipe behind these three ladies. And keep in mind that these three ladies, this dynamic trio, is a big fan of Quenchers. So, they want to blow up this Quencher cup on social media. In order to do so, they have to reach out to Stanley. So they really did reach out to Stanley, but Stanley didn't receive their message on messengers. So it is so sad again. Since Stanley couldn't be contacted, these three ladies did not stop, did not quit, did not give up. They literally straight up get in contact with this social influencer slash former Bachelor contestant by the name of Emily. So Emily is a TV personality. So they knows that, she could promote their products on her account. So Emily ended up posting an Instagram story about Quencher on her account. So that's when girly community started to notice this Quencher, and then it became very popular to a point where a national marketing executive at Stanley noticed this Quencher. So they got into contact with this trio, and Stanley sold out 5,000 cups, Quenchers, to the Buy Guide. And the Buy Guide literally sold every single cup within 5 days. Since then, Stanley and the Buy Guide collaborated together and they promote this Quencher on their revenue, on their website, and that's when this cup, was getting popular and popular bit by bit. Okay, so fast forward to 2020, May. In May of 2020, Stanley hired a new global president by the name of Terrace Riley. You guys know who is it? Terrace Riley was in a role of chef marketing at Cross, a certain fan of Cross. Nobody liked it back in the days, but these shoes became popular because of this marketing strategy. He hired an agency that was dedicated to helping Stanley build their own TikTok by collecting a video about, people collecting different types of Stanley cups in multiple colors, decorating them with other additional perks. That's one. Stanley cups go viral.
The cops are coming right there to make sure the ladies are not fighting over the cup.
People are literally camping out in front of the Target, Walmart, Starbucks. They were literally sitting in their lawn chairs or in the car. They were rubbing around their body with blankets in the middle of winter in the United States. They are literally sacrificing their sleep and their comfy for a cup. I'm not blaming, but it is over, you know? I mean, it is over, like, it is unnecessary. That's what I mean. People are literally waiting outside of Target at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the early morning. Some even bring their children, and they're like literally freezing outside of the shop. So, you know, that's when debates arose among people, like child abuse.
Next to you and notice. A stroller? People are whispering around you. This is child abuse. Call CPS.
As soon as doors open, not open, like it's a little bit ajar, people literally like zooming, you know, people are literally zooming, pushing and running one another to a point where like one woman on the mid sprint fell over in the ground, but nobody even bothered to help her. They literally balled into the display, grabbed as many cups as possible, and put them into their cart and literally went over to the counter.
To the store as soon as Target opens their doors and hoarding together like a pack of zombies from The Walking Dead just so that they can be the first ones to get the cup. But somehow this clip is even more disturbing because not only again does it look like a pack of running zombies from The Walking Dead, but people are falling over. People are getting pushed. All just so that they can crowd around this one poor measly shelf and buy a damn cup.
FBI, open up!
At some Target location, in order to avoid this chaos, you know, Target employers started to create this system, which is like handing out, like passing out tickets, you know, Target tickets, and like put customers in chronological order so that they could not topple over one another. On top of that,
The cup.
I don't have enough for every single one of you guys. I counted them, I pulled them off my shelves, everything, there's a discrepancy. It said I got 38. I've only counted 36.
Oh, thank God. So there's 36 cups.
Someone wanted to sell their ticket for 50, and then obviously you got to buy the cup for 50, so that's $100.
For a cup. Yeah, that's weird.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
And the craziest part is that people are literally like decorating these cups with additional perks like pouches, cushions, and you know, like straw suckers, like straw decorators. Like
Stanley must-haves. First up is this silicone boot that serves as a cushion cover for the bottom. It comes in 2 sizes for the 30-ounce or 40-ounce with a custom fit that helps prevent dents and scratches. Carrier is another favorite, especially if you like to bring your Stanley on the go. It secures around the cup with Velcro for a nice snug fit. This pouch that's designed to strap onto Stanleys so you can keep a few of your important belongings like a cell phone, key fob, and card holder all together.
Stop it. Get some help.
plus this bowl attachment thing. It's kind of like, you know, like putting a toddler food on the top of the mountain, and this cup, like this Stanley cup attached to this bowl attachment thing, could easily be knocked over within 2.5 seconds because of the kit, you know? And the craziest part is that I feel like I'm repeating a lot of craziest part. The craziest part is that
the packaging was so cute, I had to get it laminated. Then I rolled it up and tied it with a scrunchie, added some glue dots to the back. Now I can use my tumbler without messing up the—
You are laminating garbage. This cup really went insane to a point where police in Rose Valley arrested this woman after getting caught with a car filled with Stanley tumblers in the trunk.
Police in Roseville arrested a woman after she was caught with a trunk full of Stanley Cups. According to the police, the 23-year-old woman stole the 65 Stanley Cups from a store just off Highway 65 this past Wednesday. The cups were valued at nearly $2,500. In their Facebook post, the Roseville police said that they, quote, strongly advise against turning to crime to fulfill your hydration habits.
Oh, Lord. Again. Again. Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit.
The real disaster broke out on the 2024 Valentine's Day edition of these quenchers, Stanley Cups in two different colors, the one being hot pink and the other being target red. On their websites, there are only cups in light color. We don't want light color, we want hot and pink. So people got crazy over it. So like I said earlier, they will line it up in front of the shop at 3-4 a.m. in the early morning in the freezing cold weather, popping down their lawn chairs on the floor, and they would literally like sit down and wait until the shops open.
You guys, they're right here. Look.
And there is a yellow man guy. Sorry, actually, he is known as Yellow Shoe Guy on the internet, not Yellow Man Guy, okay? That's my bad. Sorry, guys. Who argued with a woman at his friend because he cut the line, but he claimed that like everybody was in circle, no one is lining up, and the lady ended up pressing a button to signal a manager to came out and intervene this chaos.
There's no line.
There is a line. Ask everybody
You
here.
made the line.
No, there's a line.
Hey, we're not arguing. Yep. Absolutely not. Nope. It will not be a thing. When did you get here?
I got here after the blonde.
Okay.
No.
So
No.
wherever you were,
Because everybody wants you.
1, 2.
Oh, it's in chronological order.
3.
What is worse than that situation is when Stanley collaborate with Starbucks. So they produce these limited editions in winter pink collaboration with Starbucks, and this man in camo pant literally jump over the counter, attack Starbucks employees, and not only that, he literally sprint off to the exit and body slam Target employees, but some customer didn't let him go. They literally like pin him down on the floor. And the craziest part is that like while everything was happening, his alleged daughter or sister, I think, she literally tried to snatch cups of women who is recording this clip on TikTok.
The cup, if I let a few of my people come and say, hey, you're behind me, how would you say, hey,
Whoa, 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 get out of here. They just tried to grab it. Look at them, they're trying to steal. You guys, this is insane. Look at this stupid. Get him, get him. Stop him, stop him, stop him, stop him. Yeah, stop him. I didn't touch him, I didn't touch him. Stop him. Stop her, stop her. She tried to grab my bag, you guys. Look at, this is insane. Look at this. He is insane. Look at this. Yeah. Good. Wow, you guys. Look at that. Was that not insane? Be aware. Be aware. Be aware. He just stole that cup and beat up security. Oh my gosh. Look at, they try to grab my bag.
Oh, if it was a phone, for example, it was a release of iPhone 30 Pro Max, I wouldn't be talking about that phone, okay? Because phone is necessary. We have to use phones for basic necessity, like we have to communicate with our parents, our teachers, our professors, our boss, our employers, our employees, right? But this is a cup okay, this is a cup. Without a cup, you can still survive. I don't know. I think that they don't get the difference between getting hold of a cup and getting a hold of water. This Stanley Craved is literally like getting worse and worse to a point where children as well as teachers get bullied at school of not having a Stanley Cup.
This is the cup that we got our daughter for Christmas. This is not a Stanley. This is a $9.98 Walmart cup that she said she thought was cute. She is 9 years old. On the second day back to school after Christmas break, she comes home. She's not crying. She's just upset. The girls, all the other girls in her grade, I'm not saying all, maybe she said 9, 10 of them, all got Stanleys for Christmas. And they made sure to let her know that this is not a real Stanley, that this is fake and it's not as cool. So she comes home, she's upset. She asks if she can have a real Stanley. Do I think that a 9-year-old needs a Stanley? No. Do I have one? Yes, I have one. So that being said, before you come at me, if you're a mom, if you're a parent, and you can do something to keep your child from getting made fun of, to help fit in, you're gonna do it. So we went and bought her a 30-ounce Stanley. In our area, at our local Ace Hardware, these are $35. Can we afford to buy her a Stanley? Yes. Did I think that she needed one? No. Apparently I've been proven wrong by the children in our school that are making fun of her for not having a real name brand Stanley.
There are a lot of parents out there who came out on TikTok saying that their children got bullied because of not having a Stanley Cup. Not only that, like I said earlier, as well as teachers get bullied by students saying that they have a different brand of a tumbler.
Y'all, for Christmas, I bought my little sister this new water bottle. It's not a Stanley Cup, but it keeps the water cold. It gets the job done. And after her first day back on Monday, she told me she's never going to school with that ghetto water bottle again. She basically told me kids were bullying her for not having the Stanley Cup. After I dropped her off on Monday, she said she was never going to use this again. And I thought that was really disrespectful, so I told her I'm going to return it and get my money back. And when I dropped her off at school on Tuesday, I kind of see where she was coming from. I kid you not, every kid that was getting dropped off had the Stanley Cup. And after school on Tuesday, she asked me if I could drop her friend off, and I'm a cool big brother, so I said sure, no problem. So I was driving her friend home, and she saw my water bottle and started laughing. As soon as I saw her friend laughing at my water bottle, I knew maybe my sister was onto something. So I went to Dick's Sporting Goods and got her the Stanley Cups that she was asking for. But now that I think about it, I think she told her friend to laugh at my water bottle, so I would go out of my way and get her the Stanley Cup. But she really likes the new water bottle, so I think I'm gonna let her keep it.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
She didn't have what?
Didn't you have the sign on it? Or
and what they tell you at school?
Told me that my family's fake. My family's fake.
How is it fake if Santa got it for you? Because they said it's fake because what?
Because it doesn't have the sign on it.
It doesn't have the sign on it? So now you don't want to use the Stanley you got for Christmas, right?
No.
Drew, that your Stanley is fake. And how did that make you feel?
Sad.
There was a teacher who said, when you grow up, you think you'll never be bullied again. But I became a high school teacher. And my students torched me for buying myself a Stanley Cup.
And let me reiterate again. This chaos, this craved is progressively getting worse and worse to a point where like people spend all of their inheritance over this cup and literally like resell them on eBay and Facebook Market by doubling the price up to $200 per cup.
Not gonna lie, Mercari resellers are insane for selling the 2024 Starbucks Stanley Cups for $100, $300.
That's one. Theories comes into play. So there are two theories which are plausible for the reasons why, you know, these cups went that much viral and everybody lose their shit to this cup. The first theory being a woman by the name of Danielle. So she posted this TikTok video on her account saying that her car caught fire, but the only survivor on the car fire is a Stanley Cup. Not only that, there is ice inside Stanley Cup.
tire yesterday. It still has ice.
And, you know, Terrence Riley, the president of Stanley, ended up replacing her vehicle, like her burned down vehicle, with a new one. And not only that, she also sent a new Stanley Cup with the same color.
Hey Danielle, my name is Terrence Riley. I'm the president of Stanley. And we've all seen your video. Wow, what an ordeal. And we're all really glad you're safe. Thanks for sharing the video because, wow, it really shows how our Stanleys are built for life. Because what it went through with you, I couldn't think of a better example of our product's quality. But anyway, we're glad you're safe. I've seen a lot of comments that we should send you some Stanleys. Well, we're gonna send you some Stanleys. But there's one more thing. We've never done this before, and we'll probably never do it again, but we'd love to replace your vehicle. All of us at Stanley, we'd really like to replace your vehicle. So check your DMs for details. Thanks, be safe, cheers.
On the bright side, I could say that it is kind of like a genius marketing approach that could convert your product into, like, you know, obsessions among people. And the second theory is about the fact that Stanley teamed up with social influencers out there, and not only social influencer, but also celebrities like Olivia Rodrigo.
There's like a subculture on TikTok that's just so obsessed with the Stanley Cup and what you put in it and the flavored waters and the soda concoctions. And I was like, I need this. This looks like it'll change my life, and it completely did.
I'm not so sure whether she bought it because of the fact that she wanted it, or, you know, she was buying the company and promote this product. I'm not so sure, but either way, this cup went viral, not only on TikTok, but also for like almost every online forum. Oh, like I said earlier, Stanley collaborate with a lot of social influencer and celebrities, but you know, they didn't want to lose a popularity. People would get sick and tired of social influencer and celebrities, so they sent these cups to like teachers, nurse, doctors, workers. Whenever you go outside, like everybody is carrying this cup, like at school, at work, at hospital, at home. So people are like, you know, kind of like a psychological stuff like FOMO, fear of missing out. When everybody is holding this cup and you're the only exception, well, you start to want this cup not because of your desire, but because of your environment. You know, like I said earlier, these cups are reusable, but I have no idea why like people are literally bolting into a store and literally like storming the displays and grabbed as many cups as possible. We don't have 10 mouths. Okay, so the downfall. This cup is no longer wanted anymore, okay? Since April 9, 2024, I guess like the entire chaos happened at Target, like this specific Target, actually not specific, like every Target location. In the early months of like, you know, in the early January of 2024, but nobody wants this cup on April 2024, like very recent. So the reason is that they found out that these cups had lead inside them. So one mother came out on TikTok and, you know, do this lead test on her 3-year-old son's Stanley Cup, and the result came out positive.
There we go. Slide open the sleeve and there's the yellow liquid. We put a little bit of the yellow liquid on there and we rub it. And if it turns pink or red, which it is turning pink down in there, you can see it turning pink. And you can see it turning pink here. That means that the lead is bioavailable. And if your child touched this, that they would be getting lead dust on their hands. What we need to do is advocate that all of the lead be removed from kitchenware, especially items that might be used by a child. There's no excuse for there to be lead in an item like this. Also, I want you to know the only test kits that are reasonable and that work are the lead checks. The other ones that people are using are not good. They're fraudulent test kits. They don't work. Please don't use them.
So people, you know, at first people thought that it was kind of like a rumor, but several TikTokers came out and, you know, test lead included in this box, and they came out positive as well, which is insane because like you pay $45 for one cup, not only one cup, like you just bought more than 3 cups, and these cups are handful to you and to your children.
It is 4:30 in the morning. My husband has to go in. We're early to work. We got the whole lead test for Stanley's. As you can see, we have quite a few. We fell for the craze. I look crazy. Good news, I got the lead test. Bad news. There's color on these. They have lead in them. Do you see that? Do you see that? Throw away your Stanleys, or at least put them in a box in hopes they recall. Love somebody that did not believe this and tested it because they are hoping to have kids and have gotten like mold poisoning in the past. Thanks, Stanley.
So if you don't know how this lead testing work, let me break down. There is this like a Q-tip from the test kit. So if this tip remain orange, it is negative, but it turns out hot pink, like very, very pink. The lead is bioavailable, meaning it is positive.
I bought these lead tests on Amazon and I'm gonna test all the bottles. That looks kind of good. I mean, you can clearly see that the inside is activating.
But what is worse than that is that some people on TikTok thinks that it is cool to drink water that include lead.
My Stanley Cup has lead in it. Honestly, that just makes me feel really cool. Kind of badass.
Wow.
You know, do you know what lead poisoning could lead to? It can lead to decline in both physical and mental development, especially children whose age are under 6. And there's one girl out there who says like, you know, if this cup contains lead, what cups am I supposed to choose and drink?
I am so upset to find out that this has lead in it. Like, am I literally getting lead poisoning from hydrating myself? So now I'm like, okay, what water bottle am I gonna get? And I'm like, should I get the Simple Modern one? But now I'm freaking out because I'm like, well, what if I buy it and that also has lead? So I need someone who has the Simple Modern water bottle to please lead test it and reply back to this, because like, what are we supposed to be drinking out of?
What is it for? What is it for? Tell me, what is it for?
Oh my.
So, yeah, it is no longer viral on the internet anymore since that occurrence. So, yeah, that is the end of today's video. So what do you guys think? I think this is very, like, people are losing over a cup, okay, which is funny, I would say. Yeah, so please stay tuned for part 2, okay? Part 2 is way much worse than this one, okay? Because, okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything. So, stay safe, stay healthy,